welcome to another episode of Simply Spiritual. How's it going? So today we are going to be talking about my predictions for this month in September of 2020. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to this channel. Please share with your friends. And obviously to get a personal reading with yours truly, go to my website at itsyouruniverse.com. So let's begin, shall we? So I know you guys are probably really freaked out and probably anticipating on what's to happen. So as I mentioned in my last video for the month of August, I talked about how that is going to be relatively one of the calmer months of this year as we segue into the next remaining part of the year. Now, just going to forewarn you, September is going to be pretty insane. Okay. And again, as always, I don't intend to scare anybody. I'm not in this for fear mongering. Obviously, this information is to be able to relay to you so that way you know what to expect, and that way you're not freaking out and being in fear, because obviously the events that are about to transpire will be very frightening. I think a lot of people are going to feel like they're losing control and that the world is just going in flames and that we're all doomed to, die a miserable, horrible, flaming death, which obviously isn't the case. But that's why I'm here to inform you, okay? So I took a bunch of notes. August 9th of 2020, I decided to channel my guides to see what events are going to be transpiring in the next couple months. So I got September and October predictions. However, some of them might end up kind of like running in together. So I'm going to kind of give the general gist of what I see for September and kind of give some highlights about what I see in October as well. So one of the biggest things that I kept on feeling that the month of September would bring, which could be relatively exciting, depending on who's asking, but I really feel like this is when we're really going to start to notice more UFO extraterrestrial activity. In fact, there may actually be a mass sighting that occurs this month. But something tells me that the media outlets or whomever could be using this as like another fear tactic to get people in fear. And a lot of people probably would start believing that this is a false flag operation, that the government is behind it. But I just want to kind of give a forewarning and let you know that this is not a false flag attack. This is going to be an extraterrestrial visit. And essentially, they're here to kind of help us alongside with ascension and to also prevent what could be potentially happening in the near future, such as a potential war. So just be prepared for that. If we do get a mass visitation, they're here for our good, and don't be afraid by it, because it's not going to be Independence Day V2. Well, even there was a second one, but that was crap. So forget that movie was ever made, okay? Okay, so we're also going to see more extensive control and freedoms being taken. Now, I see this mostly happening in other countries across the world, and I feel like attention will be brought to this. Just as a side note, I've been hearing sirens for the past hour, and now I'm hearing helicopters. Something outside is happening. It's kind of freaky. But anyway, we're going to start to see more control and freedoms being threatened. I think we're also going to see that here in the United States. Thank God for our Constitution, otherwise we'd be royally effed in the A. However, that's not without saying, unfortunately, a lot of people are seeing this COVID event as a way to allow the government to take away our freedoms for their safety and protection. But you guys need to realize, like, that's exactly what they want. They want to implement fear across the masses so that way they will be okay with their freedoms being taken. if you look at this time and time again throughout history, especially with World War II, that's how Nazi Germany rose to power. They basically implemented that, we're here for your safety and protection. We're here to make this country amazing and great and to get you guys out of poverty. After World War I became the Spanish flu, they basically kind of utilized that pandemic energy to be able to say, hey, we're here and we're going to take care of you. And then basically what happened was, the censorship of media, the burning of books, the destruction of historical monuments. So we're starting to see a very strong correlation with Nazi Germany today, but even on a more global scale. So there's definitely something fishy afoot. All right. So we're going to start to see also in regards to the control and the freedoms being taken away. I feel like there are going to be scandals involving the mistreatment of people. So I really get a feeling that there are going to be, again, a lot of these new rules that are going to be put in place that are taking away people's freedoms. And this is going to be shed to light, and a lot of people are going to realize like this behavior isn't okay. We shouldn't have to tolerate this because the lives of people are being threatened. I get a really strong feeling that the riot energy and the protesting energy are going to be extremely prevalent, and I get like more of this government intervention stuff. So I feel like, because I'm seeing, policemen or military officials patrolling streets, and it feels very like martial law like. So it could be within certain neighborhoods or districts or cities or something like that. But I feel like there's going to be a stronger government kind of lockdown energy, which is a little unnerving. So I also feel like people are going to start being separated from families. So I feel like this is going to start happening with children. I get a lot of energy with regards to children. I feel like their safety is being threatened. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be cases where children are removed from homes, or, for their safety or protection. This seems very unnerving to me. So just keep a lookout for that. I get forced quarantines and mandated testing happening too. So I feel like there's going to be more of this energy where they're going to really force people to start getting tested. And I feel like there are going to be like more of these like mandatory quarantines and things like that. So if you get told to get tested, I wouldn't do it. I feel like there's something very sketchy about that. I think that they're really trying to push the narrative and make the numbers look as scary as possible. So that way they could implement these forced quarantines as well as, the other mandates that they're going to have going, especially when it comes to like the separation of families. So I would not advise anybody to get a test. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, you do what you want, but I just feel like these tests are going to add more fuel to the fire. So just be careful. I feel like there seems to be kind of like more of this like virus energy that's coming up. So this could be the announcement of the second wave where, maybe we start to see a bigger spike in cases, or it could be even a new type of flu or virus that could be coming out that's going to scare more people. I wouldn't be surprised if they possibly manipulated the virus or something that actually it did end up causing more damage. So we might see some of that. More testing on the COVID vaccine. I feel like we're going to start to see more stories of these volunteers that have had the vaccine, and perhaps there's going to be more injuries or more deaths related to that. And as this news comes out, more and more people are going to be avidly against the vaccine, which could actually create more riots and protesting. Because I feel like there's going to be places that are going to start saying, okay, we're going to be mandating this. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of protesting around the vaccines and the harms and the repercussions that come out of it. I think we're going to get more information or more truth about the COVID numbers. So something tells me that there's going to be maybe this information that comes out about the COVID cases, how factual the cases are, and as well as the numbers. So I do feel like some truth will be revealed in the month of September, as far as what's been happening. And I think that's going to start waking a lot more people up. Our natural disasters are going to be insane. And I feel like September is going to be a really rough month when it comes to natural disasters. So on top of everything else that's going to be going on in the month of September, then we're going to have to deal with fires, hurricanes, earthquakes, floods. Basically, we're going to see very apocalyptic weather, all right? I feel like there could even be some more significant volcanic eruptions. I think we're going to see hurricanes being the worst we've seen in a long, long time. In fact, they may even be record-breaking. So I've mentioned in a couple of videos before that if you're living on the East Coast and if you're in hurricane territory, maybe hang out somewhere else where there aren't any hurricanes, because I feel like that's going to threaten a lot of people's lives and, you know, a lot of homes, a lot of property. I feel like there's going to be extensive damage that comes out of this. So just be mindful and do what you need to do to prepare. I feel like more significant earthquakes are going to be taking place in September. I've mentioned a couple times that I do feel a larger earthquake happening in California. For some reason, my guides aren't giving me a lot of insight as to when this is going to happen, which kind of sucks. But something tells me that, you know, we could probably see a lot more earthquake activity in September. We've already seen some in August. They're not like humongous as of yet, but, you know, we're going to start to see more of that activity. And, you know, just pay attention, because obviously the Earth is reacting to the energy that's happening on the planet right now. So we're in chaos, we're in fear, we're in anger. This creates a vibration, and, you know, the Earth is more sentient than most people think it is. So it's reacting to the current energies that are taking place on the planet, and it is going to react. We're already seeing fire tornadoes and crazy lightning storms that are super rare, especially in the state of California. God, California is just going to hell in a handbasket right now, and I live in it. So yeah, that's fun. Okay, fires I feel like are going to be also really prevalent as well, especially in the state of California, but I think we're going to also see a lot of it happening in the Pacific Northwest, especially because I get like a West Coast energy. I think we're going to get a lot of fires, and I feel like the West Coast is not good. So yeah, expect more fires to even happen in Oregon and Washington, maybe as far as north as Canada, but I feel like fires are going to be pretty intense. They're going to be pretty intense. I feel like, you know, protests involving like the education system, schools, stuff like that could be coming up too. I think we're going to see, again, some cases coming up with children perhaps getting really sick. Maybe a few pass away, which I really hope to God that doesn't happen. But again, I get a lot of children like energy. So I feel like we're going to have to be mindful of that. I think that we're also going to see a lot more positive results coming through with the whole sex trafficking and bringing more awareness to that. But I feel like there's could be some negative stuff that is involved as well. So just keep your kiddos safe. However, on the positive side, I feel like by late September, we're gonna see more of this uprising energy. And I get like people across the world, they're going to start, more and more people are going to start protesting. They're going to start forming an uprising. And I do have a lot of this government takeover energy happening too, where people are really going to start to notice all the events playing out, and then they're going to be finally standing up against, you know, these powers that be, so we could take our freedoms back. Going into October, we're going to see a lot more of that energy coming to play. I really feel like that October is going to be a huge, massive shift. I feel like that's when it's all going to happen. But in the meantime, September is going to be very tumultuous. I get more riots, more protests, more anger, more violence. I feel like we're going to see more people being murdered in the name of activism, or injured even. And I feel like that's going to bring a lot more attention to these movements as well, but in a negative light. And I get, all in all, you know, we're going to be in for quite a crazy ride in this month. I do feel like there's going to be some positives that come out of this. You know, we are going to see the silver lining, and hopefully our ET friends come and visit and help us out here. I feel like there is a strong possibility of that happening. But in the meantime, keep your vibration high and stay calm, cool, and collected. You don't want to be a part of the mass collective when this happens, because you're just kind of attributing to that energy that the earth is picking up on. And it doesn't make you feel any better. And I know it's hard, so we have to stay grounded, we have to stay collected, you know, surround yourself with nature and loving, friendly people and family, because we need that support right now. So just do your best to manage. You'll be okay. But just know that September is going to be a huge catalyst month for the changes that are about to take place. Uranus just went into retrograde this month, which is good because that has to do with change. Big freaking changes are starting to occur. So just know that this is all going to work for the best. With that, I'm going to close. And again, you know, please like and subscribe to this channel. Share this information with your friends so they could be alerted. But stay safe out there, guys, and, you know, be love and light. Much love, and I'll see you later. Bye.